All right, my name is Tommy Williams, and I'm at the Sacramento MEPS. A guidance counselor, in my opinion, is like a bridge between the recruiter and the applicant actually enlisting.
Sergeant First Class David Nunez, Sacramento MEPS. Because being in the recruiting command, I did several other positions, everything from recruiting to operations, and I thought this would be another great thing to help broaden my assignment as well as my knowledge in the recruiting command.
So your recruiter should send you to MEPS with a folder. It should have copies of your source documents, your social security card, your birth certificate, your valid photo identification, along with a form that all recruiters should know, which is the 680, and that is a request for processing at the MEPS form.
Be prepared, both physically and mentally. I know it's a very scary process in some sense, because being scared of the unknown can always be a little bit daunting situation. But I think if you take the advice from your recruiter, knowing that we are not here to see you fail, but only want to see you succeed, just be prepared in every way, from having the proper source documents to the proper clothing, things of that nature.
So the recruiter initially meets the applicant and kind of gets an idea what the applicant wants to do, and goes over everything, and they kind of hammer down what they're going to do, and then they come to the guidance counselor.
ASVAB at MEPS, it can work in several ways. Not only can you come down here to take the ASVAB here at MEPS, you can also take it in several National Guard armories throughout the state of California. Typically, you will take a test, testing your knowledge on various subjects, similar to what you would see on a SAT or a PSAT. And depending on how well you do on this test will determine what you can qualify for with career eligibility. They're going to experience, a dinner, breakfast. They're going to experience staying in a sense of independence, staying with another male or female applicant, depending on the gender or same gender, in their room, early morning wake up to help prepare them for the next day.
They're going to cart off the bus, they're going to line up, and they're going to get a briefing about what goes on here at the MEPS. They're going to get a safety briefing about fire exits and stuff like that. They're going to get told that most of the people that work here at the MEPS are either retired or were in the military, so they need to respect them. And they're going to basically be told the basic rules of what's going on, what their day is going to be like.
So here at the MEPS, we always try to push the red carpet treatment, and all applicants will be treated with respect. They will go through several different stations to verify that they are physically fit for military service. So once they're in the building, they'll go on and funnel into the medical processing section. From there, they'll undergo a lot of different stations to verify that they're physically qualified for military service. They will go through a hearing exam, a vision exam. They will have their blood drawn. They will have a ortho-neuro examination, and they will also have an interview with a doctor. So once an applicant has physically passed the medical portion, they will come and sit down with me. We will go over their security clearance application. That is that huge packet that you filled out with your recruiter.
Because anybody who works for the military has to fill out a form called a security clearance application. And it basically asks you, where you're born, where you live, where you worked, where you go to school, who you know, who your relatives are, all those kind of things.
So they might have to have a second or even a third choice picked out just in case. Some of these careers that you do come into the military for require maybe a driver's license or require a certain testing score.
You should know the job that you're getting, and you should have worked that out with your recruiter. But we all know this is not a perfect world, so that's why we are here, and we can help assist you in finding out what jobs you qualified for. Sometimes there are jobs that you would like, but there is just no training available. So you might have to pick a different job, but all of that will be verified, and you will have a shift date and a job selected before you move on to the next process.
Well, after they pick their contract with us and they go through several various steps here, when it comes to swearing in, that's going to be their next step. Obviously, that applicant has passed their medical physical, has passed their ASVAB, and again, has also picked a career. When they leave our seats here, they're already going to know when they're leaving for training, where they're going, where their National Guard duty station is. Once all that is complete and put into writing, then they're going to go in and to a swearing room where an officer will administer an oath of enlistment to that young man or young woman.
So in the National Guard, our contract starts the day of enlistment. So the day that you raise your right hand and you swear in, that will be the day of your enlistment term.